In the magical and mythical kingdom of Eternia lives young Prince Adam, the beloved son of King Randor and Queen Marlena, living a double life known to only a trusted few. Prince Adam holds within him the power to become a legendary hero. When he raises the sword of power high and says, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power," he transforms into He-Man, the mightiest being in the cosmos. Alongside his loyal companions, including Battle Cat, who, like Prince Adam, can also transform from the timid pet tiger into mighty Cringer. The Sorceress, Teela, Man-at-Arms, and Orko, He-Man battles the evil Skeletor and his minions. Skeletor is on the mission to claim to Castle Grayskull, the source of He-Man's powers. With control of this castle, Skeletor could amass the power to dominate not only all of Eternia, but potentially the entire universe. At Castle Grayskull, Evil Lyn and Beastman try to storm the grim fortress. A flying comet grants Evil Lyn magical power, allowing her to break down the castle door. Inside, they confront He-Man, Battle Cat, and Man-at-Arms. The heroes quickly defeat the villains, but the sorceress warns that this was just a test of the cosmic comet's power. She urges He-Man to seek Zagraz, the Comet Keeper, on Zagraz Mountain. King Randor grants Man-at-Arms, Adam, Teela, and Orko permission for the secret mission. Meanwhile, Skeletor, Evil Lyn, and Beastman seize control of the cosmic comet. As our heroes reach Zagraz Mountain, Zagraz explains the comet's origin and how his past mistake created it. Skeletor commands the comet to attack, creating monstrous creatures. Adam transforms into He-Man and defeats the creatures, while Orko collects the fragments. They take Zagraz to Castle Grayskull for help. The sorceress revives him and explains that comet fragments can create a new comet. With Orko's fragments, they form a new comet filled with love and goodness. When the cosmic comet heads for Grayskull, He-Man battles it until Zagraz releases the new comet, which neutralizes the hate and anger. Skeletor flees as the comets attack him. At the royal palace, Zagraz tries to teach Adam the comet control technique, but chaos ensues when Orko's practice globe goes rogue. In Snake Mountain, Skeletor reveals the diamond ray of disappearance to Beastman and teleports his evil minions, Merman, Evil Lyn, Triclops, and Trapjaw. He demonstrates the diamond's power by making a creature vanish and reveals his plan to conquer Eternia. At the royal palace, Teela interrupts Orko's magic show upon hearing an attack. She confronts Trapjaw, but He-Man arrives, defeats Trapjaw, and saves the day. Meanwhile, Skeletor uses the diamond ray to send King Randor, Queen Marlena, and Man-at-Arms to another dimension, leaving only Orko to warn He-Man. He-Man seeks help from the sorceress at Castle Grayskull. The heroic warriors join forces and battle the evil warriors. He-Man thwarts Skeletor's attempt to use the diamond ray and retrieves it. When he nearly fades into another dimension, he shatters the diamond, returning to normal and rescuing his friends. Skeletor retreats, vowing revenge. Later, at the royal palace, Prince Adam arrives late, crashing through the palace wall on a broken Zoom chariot. Using Man-at-Arms' memory projector, Queen Marlena recalls her crash landing on Eternia, and Adam asks her if she misses Earth. Teela catches Adam fishing instead of training. Meanwhile, Orko's experiment explodes, and Teela seeks answers about her biological parents from Man-at-Arms. Frustrated by the memory projector's lack of information, Teela plans to consult the Oracle of the Crystal Sea about her mother. Adam and Cringer follow her. At Snake Mountain, Skeletor and Merman plot to use Teela for revenge against Man-at-Arms. Teela confronts shadow beasts, but easily defeats them. The Oracle begins to reveal Man-at-Arms' heroic past, interrupted by Merman. Orko informs the sorceress, and Merman chains Teela to summon a sea demon. He-Man intervenes, saving Teela and destroying the demon. The oracle finishes the story, revealing that Man-at-Arms found a baby girl in the falcon's nest and that the sorceress is Tila's mother. The sorceress confirms it, and Tila embraces her. Triclops, Trapjaw, Skeletor, and Evil Lyn attack the royal palace. He-Man, with the help of Orko, confronts them. A battle ensues, but He-Man is trapped in a force field by Skeletor and has his memory erased. Skeletor banishes him to another dimension and captures Trapjaw and Triclops. Orko, Ram-Man, Man-at-Arms, and Cringer consult the sorceress about He-Man's situation. Zodak advises that Cringer, Orko, and Ram-Man find He-Man using a wand provided by Zodak. In an unknown dimension, He-Man wakes up with amnesia. He comes across strange creatures but is saved by Gleedle. She mistakes him for an enemy of her planet, Trannis. Plunder, who wishes to exploit the planet's magical liquid, captures He-Man and Gleedle. Orko, Ram-Man, Cringer, and Gleedle's pet tiger search for He-Man. They confront Plunder's robots outside his lair. Inside, He-Man regains his memory with Orko's help. Plunder tries to force He-Man to cooperate, but fails. He-Man, Gleedle, and their friends defeat Plunder, restore Trannis, and return to Eternia. The Game Master arrives in Eternia, searching for warriors for gladiatorial combat. He dismisses Ram-Man and Beast-Man, but tries to recruit He-Man. He-Man refuses, and the Game Master sends a spy to gather information on him. Back at the royal palace, Tila gets into a fight with a training robot, and He-Man saves her from it. He tells her about the Game Master's encounter. The spy overhears their strong bond and reports to the Game Master. The Game Master captures Tila and Prince Adam and demands He-Man's presence in the cosmic arena. Orko, Cringer, and Adam set out to rescue Tila. In the cosmic arena, they face challenges and reveal their true identities as He-Man and Battle-Cat. They defeat the Game Master and his gladiator, rescuing Tila. Back at Castle Grayskull, the former servants of the Game Master are freed, and He-Man asks Tila about her preference between a man like Adam and himself. Tila chooses a man with Adam's wit and courage, leading to knowing winks exchanged between He-Man and the sorceress. Adam, Cringer, Man-at-Arms, and Orko search for a rare orange weed needed for one of Man-at-Arms' experiments. While searching, Orko encounters a giant and mistakenly believes he's a monster. The giant helps Orko, and when the group learns about him, they decide to investigate further. Meanwhile, a villain known as Boring Man flies in a shark-shaped airship, collecting strange creatures, including a giant, to add to his collection. He-Man and his companions intervene and discover Boring Man's intentions. He-Man manages to defeat the giant scorpion set against them and goes after Boring Man. Orko and the giant, Canbro, form a bond and escape their captivity. They build a radio to contact He-Man and inform him that Boring Man plans to capture Stratos next. He-Man arrives in Avian, rescues Stratos, and boards Boring Man's ship. However, Boring Man's attempt to trap He-Man fails. He-Man frees the collected creatures and confronts Boring Man, who panics. Canbro intervenes, showing his peaceful nature and preventing the creatures from attacking Boring Man. Man-at-Arms offer Canbro a job as a lab assistant, which he accepts.